when I'm making a logo for a niche site, I can use the logo URL option. But of course we actually need to get ourselves a logo that we can use with this logo URL option. So where do I go and find logos that I can quickly make into a logo for HeatMap? Well, I head over to this site, and it's called findicons.com. It's a great little site, and it allows us to find icons for just about anything. And the great thing about them is there's lots of open source icons on there which you can use without any licensing problems. So let's have a go at using these. If I pop back over to my blog here, this is where I want my logo to go, right next to the title and tagline, of course, and I want to push this text across here with the logo. So we're going to find icons, and seeing as this is a site about auto blogging, I'm going to find myself a robot here, or a robot style icon, and do a search. Let's see what we can find here. And let's scroll through. Not any of those. How about this little guy here, which I've had my eye on for a while? And I'll just click on him, and yep, he's freeware, so he's good to go. So I like to download the PNG files because the PNG files tend to be transparent, and they're great because that means you can just overlay the background. You can see the background of the theme through the logo, so it just blends in very nicely, very easily. So I'm going to download that now. Let's grab that file now, and it's coming down now. And what we're going to have to do is just do a bit of resizing on that file just to make it the right size for HeatMap. So I like to use Fireworks. Now it's amazing to me, a lot of people don't use Fireworks. Lots of people like to use Photoshop, so maybe I'm a bit of a rebel. I think it's because Fireworks was until recently quite buggy, but it's got a lot better, and it's a great little web editor. So Fireworks is the tool I like to use. So I'm just going to open up that file I just grabbed earlier, and let's have a look. It should be my downloads here, and here's my robot. Let's grab that. Now generally the files that come down from findicons.com come down usually about 128 by 128 pixels, but I just want to make this one into a maximum of 110 high, because that's how high the bar is, the header bar is in HeatMap. So I'm just going to go in and modify the canvas for that, the image size for that image. So I'm just going to go and make that a maximum of 110 high. So I'll just go in there and do that. And because on our, if we have a look at our site, usually what we want is just a little bit of elbow room on the left hand side and on the right hand side. I'm just going to make that logo just a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to select that and just make that a little bit smaller. Just bring it in like that, and it'll just sit off the edge there just nicely. And I might just give it a little bit of a drop shadow. There we go. Good. So now what we've got is we've got an image that's 110 high, and we can just export that. I like to export it as a PNG again, just to keep that transparent background. I'm just going to change it to a 8-bit PNG with a transparency, and I'll just click on rebuild there just to make it rebuild all the colors, and then I'm just going to export that. So I'll export that image, and actually I'll export that to my desktop there, where I have a folder specially for this. So I'll just call this robot and save it. Now what I want to be able to do now is upload that robot. So I'm just going to go into media, add new, using the regular WordPress media editor, media uploader, sorry, and I'll find that. just go into my desktop there, and there's my robot I saved earlier. Open that, upload it. Now the important thing to get next is this URL. That's what I want. So I'm going to Control A to select that and press Control C to copy it. And I'm going to go back into my heat map options, and when that pops up I shall head down to my header, paste that logo URL into the logo URL option and press save. And hopefully once this is saved, if we go back and have a look, by the power of magical WordPress, let's have a look, we should have, and there it is, our little logo just quickly made, quickly sized and quickly popped into place. So if you just want to make a quick logo, you don't want to mess around with a lot of text, etc., you just want to pop one straight in there to get you going, using find icons and then your graphic editor of your choice to make your image 110 pixels by 110 pixels wide, just shifting the edges of the image in and exporting it as a transparent PNG. It will just sit there just nicely on the side of your title and tagline and look beautiful. Great way to get going with a little logo very quickly. Now of course if you want to get a bit fancier, there's nothing stopping you having a bigger logo if you want. As they say on the cooking shows, here's one that I prepared earlier, and this one is 110 pixels deep by 490 pixels wide. Now I've made it 490 pixels wide because that's a good size to allow for it to sit upside a 468 pixel ad on the right hand side of the heat map header if you want to do that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I've already uploaded that one. I'm just going to paste that one into the heat map options and save that and let you see that. Now I'll let you see this and you'll see there's a bit of a problem with it at first, but we'll fix that and I'll show you how to fix it. So here it comes, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we can see we've got our logo. But what's happened? Oh no, look, the text is still there and our ad has been pushed across underneath. How do we fix that? Let's nip back into the options. I'm showing you it this way, in a broken way, so that you know how to fix it when it happens to you. So I'm going to head down to the header and I'm going to hide the title and tagline. And if we hide the title and tagline and save it, then we should see that when we go back, everything should magically be fixed. And here it comes, and there is my fancier logo with some text upside of a 468 pixel ad.